Let me show you how to do the initial setup on Redmi Note 15 Pro. So after turning on the phone, the first thing that you will see pretty much is the Xiaomi Hyper OS text with the arrow. So of course, we want to move forward. Now after that, we need to choose the language that you want to use. We have the selection of different languages. So of course, in our case, I'm just gonna choose English United States. You can also choose the region, so in case the standard region is incorrectly selected, then of course we can use the search in order to search for the preferred region, or your region in general, of course. So once again, we're gonna go next. Now over here in terms and conditions, we need to scroll down and we need to select that we have read and agreed to user agreement and privacy policy. Then we have the option to set up our Redmi Note 15 Pro by using our previous device. So you can transfer some data, and if you want to, you can do this with the help of this menu. If you have an iPhone, for example, then of course you can choose that as well. But other than that, if you want to set up, if you want to have a clean setup, essentially, then you can just tap on skip over here in the bottom left corner. Now, in my case, I didn't actually insert a SIM card, but if you do in your case, and especially if you insert 2 SIM cards, then you should also have some additional options to go through. And you can also activate eSIM as well over here if you have one. So let's just go next. Now in this case, so we can connect to a Wi-Fi. So if you have Wi-Fi at hand, then of course you should be able to select it over here and connect. So let me quickly connect to my network over here. We're gonna enter the password. There we go, and we're gonna tap on connect. And once we are connected, we can just tap on next. Now we need to wait for the next screen to appear. And then finally, we should be able to see the Google sign-in page. So of course, you can log into your Google account by providing your credentials over here. In case you need to create a new account, then it is possible to do so by tapping on create account. And of course, we can skip that if for some reason you don't want to sign in just yet. In my case, I will sign into my account. Then you will need to choose who will be using this device. So in my case, I will be using it. So I'm just gonna tap on next. Then we need to agree to Google Terms of Service. And let's wait again. Now over here, if you have Google backup of your photos and videos and some other data, then you should be able to tap on next in order to get the backup. In my case, I don't have any backup, so of course I can just skip this. But also, if you just want to skip this option entirely, if you don't want to copy anything, if you don't want to load the backup, then of course you can just tap on a don't copy over here in the bottom left corner. Now we have the screen lock settings, so you can create a password on your Redmi Note 15 Pro. You can also set up a biometrics over here, so the fingerprint and face unlock. But if you want to, of course, we can once again skip this. Later on in settings, you can easily set these things up as well. Then we have Google services such as the location. We can also allow scanning, more precisely, in particular, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning, which I can actually recommend you disabling. It doesn't have to be enabled all the time because it can actually use some battery, so in order to save it, it is actually recommended to turn it off. And whenever any app requires you to turn this option on, then of course you will be asked to do so, and most likely guided by the phone to that setting, so you don't have to worry about it. And in this case, I'm going to also disable the rest of these options. So go through this list and decide which options you want to use and which options you don't want to use, and then tap accept. Now over here we have the Google backup, so you can once again backup photos and videos, or also backup other device data that are listed over here. And if you don't want to include something, you can uncheck it. And then if you decide to create the backup and keep creating backups on your phone, then of course we can turn it on. If not, then just tap on don't back up. Next, we need to choose the default browser and search engine. So over here, first we have a pretty long list of different browsers that you can get on your phone. Of course, you can still install them through the Play Store later on. But right now we need to choose one. And if you don't know which one to choose, I guess I can recommend you the Google Chrome, because this is just simply the most popular choice, I believe. So you should be pretty fine with that. and then we can set as default. And as for the search engine, then of course Google is the most popular choice, so I'm just gonna select this one and let's set as default. Now of course you can just leave the current setup and just try to go to the home screen as quickly as possible, although you'll probably find some additional settings and that the phone will require you to go through before you can actually see the home screen. But in my case, I'm just gonna tap on continue just to show you what is after that. So over here we have some information about the quick share, which I'm gonna tap I agree. All right, then we have Gemini. Some information about the Gemini and how to access it. And then we also have the Hey Google voice command. So we can easily activate we can easily activate Gemini by saying Hey Google out loud if you set it up, if you turn this option on. If you don't want to, you can of course tap on no thanks. Then we have the option to set up Google Pay as well. So if you have a payment card, then you can add it to the phone in order to be able to pay with your phone. If you decide to not do so, later on, if you change your mind, you can just get the Google Wallet app and add your payment card over there. And let's skip this. Now, in here we have some additional options that we can also go through. Like for example, you can add another Google account, we can change the wallpaper and so on and so forth, but I'm not gonna deal with this right now, and I'm just gonna tap on a no thanks. I believe there is something, some more stuff that we have to go through. There we go, we have some more settings, which once again, we have location, we have automatic system updates and so on. So I'm gonna turn some options off. There we go. And in your case, of course, you want to go through this list and once again decide by yourself if there is something that that you want to agree to or disagree to. And let's go next. You can also enable parental controls quite easily over here, but in my case, I'm just gonna tap on next. I don't really need them. Then we have font settings, so you can choose whichever font you want to use, and let's go next. Then we can use the wallpaper carousel on your lock screen, which changes the wallpaper every time you go into the lock screen. And in this case, well, I don't really like this feature, so I'm just gonna skip it. Then we have the default launcher selection, which I believe the best choice is the app drawer, so you can actually swipe up on the home screen in order to reveal the app drawer. That is the list of all apps that you have installed. So let's go next after selecting the app drawer. And then we have some recommended apps, which is pretty much bloatware, which I'm gonna actually turn off. We don't really need all of this. There is no point of installing it. Unfortunately, you will still find some bloatware on your phone, but at least you will not get that. And besides that, we can also choose how we want to navigate on this phone. So you can use gestures or you can use buttons, depending which one you prefer. So I'm just gonna choose buttons over here and tap on next. And now we need to wait for the HyperOS to end preparing itself and setting itself up. Once it is ready, you should be able to just go to the home screen. Alright, so once the setup is complete, we're gonna tap on continue. And hopefully we should be able to go to the home screen after that. There we go. So now, naturally, you can just start using your phone however you wish it to be used. You can go through settings in order to change things up if you need it. You can also go to the Play Store, for example, in order to get some more apps on your phone. And that is all. Subscribe to my channel.